Alright, we started everywhere. And let's go TikTok as well. Yeah, let's continue that. Alright, let's wait for some people to join, and then therefore we are preparing the app. Let's go. So yesterday, where did we stop? I think I need to open WSL first. Oh, I am in WSL actually. Nice. I don't know where did I stop yesterday actually, but we were doing the white noise thingy. Okay, let's do Tmux. Then see where we stopped. Oh no, let's kill this one. I actually forgot how to kill X, right? Yeah. And we will call the session dev session for as always. Yep. Alright. We stopped yesterday doing the header. Reusable. Actually, I don't know why I have reusable there. Yeah. Alright, let's see who joined. It's a very bad thing that I'm going to finish the header tonight, which is a very stupid thing actually to do. Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to redo some of the stuff. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, whoever rejoined from the stream from yesterday. I'm actually really happy that we are having now our community kind of. Yeah. I should have I tried actually to add up the app itself onto the screen, but yeah, didn't let me do that. Somehow the live streaming with OBS plus Live Studio for TikTok is a bit a pain. So I actually just wanted to open the stream and not really spend time trying to fix that out. All right. What time is it there? Side project. No, actually now it's 10:30 p.m. I'm 30 minutes late actually. And yeah, let's go and see what we left from yesterday and wait for some people to join first. Yeah, it's 10:30 p.m. Yeah. I'm checking also. I'm live streaming well. Internet is good. Hopefully it doesn't stop. It does do it often. I'm really giving them like this last month to try it out and to see if everything's gonna be good with them. Otherwise, I'll just cancel out and look for another option. Yeah. All right. So for everyone who's new to the stream and who's here for the first time, we are trying to build React apps, and yeah, we're doing that in multiple ways. Talking to the chat, getting their opinion about what to add, what not, and so on, and also trying to branch out and see if people actually have good features to implement and move on. Yeah, and also this app actually is very open source, so you can find it somewhere in my GitHub. So yeah, go there and check it out and maybe do your PR if you want. It's called white-noise, and I will actually share my GitHub user ID later on. Nice, we have new people joining. Hey, BOH or Bo, or however I can spell your name. I really didn't forget to do the actually share with you my small framework that I did, but I will do it right after this live stream because yeah, I promised him actually to share some GitHub repos. But yeah, Bobby said, is this React? Yeah, it's React. It's a stupid JSX component, TSX component. Yeah, we're doing TypeScript here. Any advice to learn Corner the first time? Depends on your level. Maybe you can share with us your level and where you at right now, and we can actually give you out some advices. Maybe everyone in the chat can collaborate to give you some advices. Hey, we have Slapcake again. How long did it take you to become comfortable at coding? Ooh, that's a good question, actually. It took me around 2 years to become comfortable, at least whenever I think about something. I can think about it the most stupid way and then move on. So for example, if you remember when I showed you how to do the array sum up and stuff like that with the reducers and stuff, do you think I used reducers before? I didn't even know that API functions for array exist. So what I did is that I used for loop or for all, for each or whatever, and then I had a sum variable on top, and I add up each time I run through an element, which is a bad thing for sure. It will become really redundant, but if you're thinking about it, it's O of n for both, but one just get written in one line and one is just multiple lines. And one shows that you are senior, not senior even though, one shows that you know your stuff and one shows that you don't know your stuff. And that how it is. Yeah. Dennis, are you first timer in the chat? Said Tailwind best framework. I agree with you 100%. I would say that Tailwind plus React plus TenStack plus what else? Maybe, yeah, go TenStack again for TenStack router or whatever. Pick MongoDB and go for your full stack app. Maybe TRPC and Prisma. Like literally the best. Any advice to learn coding at the first time? I think I asked you again to maybe give your level here so I can know. Yeah, already one of them answered you. How do you use MVim on Windows? Yeah, that's a good question. Let me actually show you this. If I open another PowerShell, yeah, so this is a PowerShell kind of, and as you see, my PowerShell is actually more powerful than my WSL. So if I do ls here, I have all these history parts that I configured as well, and I have a profiler file that I can share with you. So I think that if I do profile, yeah, if I do like this right now, I can show you my profile, but I think I cannot show it for some reason because I'm actually sharing only the Tmax span or the Tmax window. So what I mean by that is just if you go to GitHub, search out my username, it's called Ayman Sakohi as my name, like that, and you will find out my my profiler there, which has everything in it. So what you need to do is install it, and then you have Z, for example. So for example here, if I do project and I type like that and I type the tab again, it knows where I'm going and knows what I'm trying to show you. So it's really a powerful tool, and I made PowerShell like really strong, right? Funny enough that my Tmax here, that's what I use on WSL. And right now I don't know actually which version of WSL that I'm doing, but as you see, I will just check. Yeah, I'm using WSL version 2.3.26, and I have also the GUI part, which is 1.0.65. So yeah, if I do X eyes and press enter, you will have some GUI eyes following up on the screen, or X clock or Google Chrome or whatever. Funny enough that I also have, if you see on my face, there is like tab switching. Also I have Glaze WM. It's called like this, Glaze WM. You can install it on Windows, and it makes like moving through the keyboard only. As you see, I didn't touch the mouse at all. Very easy. So that's it. That's my setup. I can, yeah, DM me if you want. I will share with you more stuff. Yeah. How can I learn? Well, push yourself to your limit. I mean, that's what I do. I push myself every day. My eyes right now are burning, man. 8 hours at work plus here plus everything, but I really like what I do. I have some couple of projects that I'm trying to build for free. Actually, I have nothing to do with winning whatever from them, but that's what pushes me, like the fun to learn, right? And you have some people that you can keep up and maybe have some projects to do with them in the future. Stay away from cursor II. Make sure, but good at present except but a lot. Yeah, so Ab is actually telling another user that he needs to stay away from cursor AI. That I actually picked also on that advice not so long ago, because I downloaded Cursor AI and Cursor like IDE, and believe me, it started to do my work, and I hated it. I hated it so much to the fact that I was thinking literally that maybe at some point we will be replaced, right? But the fun part is that if you rely on them a lot, you will get really bad at what you do. And you don't want to have that, because if you go for an interview in the future and you show that you are squirky, like you don't know, like the code is not on the tip of your fingers, then there will be a problem, right? And to gain that ability to have code in your tip of your fingers, you need actually to practice. And believe me, when I showed you also on a few lives away, I think 2 days ago, how to do a class and how to put a method in it and stuff like that, I literally struggled too much to do that when I started, because I didn't know, should I put like curly braces here, should I put curly braces there, should I use the this keyword, should I use not, how can I call like the object that I'm trying to initiate, oh, if I'm doing new person or something like that, should I need the parentheses or not, can I write it without? So if AI did that for me, I would never question myself, right? And that is the bad thing about letting AI do that for you, because it will do much for you until at some point you start to lose it and you don't know. You really don't know. Yeah, just go for it. I really enjoy Envim, what I'm using right now on the terminal, because it makes me feel clueless sometimes to do something. So for example, if I want right now to actually change the word home, right? I would do 2 points. Actually, if you want to follow, if you are on TikTok, you can see me doing that here somewhere in this line. Yeah. So if I do 2 points, you see on top of it, there is the command bar, the command, what do you call it? Like the command mode, maybe. Yeah. And then here I say, hey, I want to %s. This is, I'm telling my file to search for something with that slash, but also to change it, to substitute it with that s percentage for the whole file, basically for the path, right? And then you say, I want to change home. You see there on top, home is now highlighted. And then I would say, what do I want to change it with? Probably you would say here, I want to change it, for example, with main, right? But there is one trick other, is that you actually add GC here, or G/C, I think. I'm not sure. We will try them both right now. And that's saying that actually it's wrong. It should be GC directly. So let's try that again. Home, and then we change it with main, and then we do GC, right? And now you see that it's asking me, hey, maybe you have multiple homes in your file. Do you want to change the first one? The moment I click Y, it will change it, and you will see here I will jump to that actual line, right, which is line 21. Funny part is that if I do VIW, for means like visualize inside Word, and then press dot, actually I can do the same thing again, but I don't want to do it right now. So I'm gonna press U and U and U again, and therefore I go back, and then I save with double colon and W. So here you know that you are doing these steps to kind of like become good at the things that you want to learn yourself, with your own commands, with your own also hotkeys that you specify yourself. So then you feel like you're more comfortable with what you do, right? Yeah, let me see one more things that you are saying here. So you use WSL or Windows? I use WSL on Windows, so it is on Windows. So WSL is Windows Substitute Linux or something like that. I don't know. Subsystem Linux for Windows. That's what it's called. So some guy asked actually if I'm Italian or not. Let me read. I saw the comment, but I didn't reply. Yeah, so what is this? React? Yes, Matej. That's React. Let me read your name. So it's Matej, I supposedly, and then Bernatovic. I think you are from the Balkan area, because I have some friends of mine who works with me have like the same kind of names. Okay, yes, I'm using React, as Ab replied. Can you show some end-to-end encryption hooks between front-end and back-end? What do you mean by that? You mean encryption hooks for getting what, like a use fetch to get some data from the back-end or something like that? Leon, welcome back. Well, Leon is actually right now the 3rd time in a row in the live stream. That's really nice. DeepSeek? No, okay. I watched what they did with DeepSeek. I watch YouTube basically, and I like that it's open source and you can actually run it on your machine if you have a 5090 or whatever. But yeah, it is really cool. How are interviews like for senior GS devs? Prog TikTok. Yeah, that's a really good question. We did this project together, like we called it training, and then my training, I don't know what they call it. Like I have a training challenge with the chat. Yeah, this one. So here we did some kind of like challenges with the chat, and I showed them how as a senior kind of like I do fix stuff, and a lot of sets and maps and a lot of things that we did at that time was a bit complicated for the chat. So for example here, count primes is a function to count how many primes from 0 to n. And the first thing or the first idea that you will have in mind is how can you skip the not prime numbers on the first line. And that's what I did. If n is less than 2, please skip and return 0 because you have no prime numbers less than 3 because 3 is the first prime number. And therefore, yeah, we started like that, and I was showing them how to do stuff. I showed them also what kind of types you can use in JavaScript, and that null is of type object and why of that. And here, for example, this was really interesting one. Yeah, I think it's not really visible all of it. So what we did, we have like a fruits array like this one, and then over here, I'm gonna show it like that. Just I'm gonna make it more visible for TikTok wise, and I'm gonna explain it as well. All right, so is the question still about the yes, people are still asking about where I'm from. Yeah, that's really cool. I will let you guess in the chat and I'll let you yes or no, but I'm not Italian as you guys said. No, I'm not Italian. What language is this? This is JavaScript. Yeah. Like a context. Yeah. So I got your point here, Ferran. I'll show you something, but this app still we don't have something like that. I'll show you a context like an of a North provider that we did, but nothing fancy though. Yeah. And between front end and back end. Yeah, what you are talking about right here, I think is called middlewares, right? And middlewares are really cool because you can actually put layers of security for only users that are connected to see certain APIs or actually to be able to ping certain APIs. We didn't do that in here, but that's a good idea. I will put it on the README file and actually maybe implement it in the future. Yeah, bro, how do you fix a value error? What do you mean by that? Is programming is dead after AI breakout? Yunus, I will answer your question, but first I saw some others that I need to. Some guy said, hello sir, how are you? I'm good. All right, so is programming dead by after the AI breakout? Not really. I think AI makes you speedy, makes you speed up more, but not break your legs in terms of programming and all. And for everybody who's new to this, please make it happen. We are trying to actually reach out to 5K followers by the end of this month. Well, it's still only 2 days for that, but we are at 4,000 now, I think 4,100, which is really cool. All right, so on this function that I have here, which is the fruits count, that's where I actually kind of like use this set, right, or a map. Yeah, and map has functions like map.set, map.delete, map.get, right? And map is a bit different because whenever you store something in it, it will have a key and value. Basically, it will store something by its key. Let's say my key is my name and my value basically is my job, basically. So I say Ayman is an engineer, right? So here I can store map.set and then say the name of me and then my job next. And that's if I just want to get my job, I will just do map.get. And this actually one we are setting each time if we find kind of like a fruit that we called before and its key is there, then therefore we do +1. Therefore, if not, we put a 0. And that's a good thing to do counting. And I think a reducer here will be actually good because you will have maybe an object to put inside all this data. But what about the map? The map is there for you. You don't need to reinitiate it and stuff like that. And it will be really cool to use. Yeah. All right, let's jump back to my other project because that was what we're trying to do here. I don't know where it is. Yeah, it's white noise. Yeah, this one. we were actually doing something really dumb, which is the components and reusable and header. Instead of all of that, I could have just did this, like space ff, and then this is grep hook, like it's a FZF, it's called, fuzzy finder, and then you do header, and then you press enter, and you will be there. Okay. Let me see your message back. Because I didn't see it. How do you fix a value error? I didn't understand it, because I don't really understand what you're trying to get to there. And then you ask another question: how am I get what it say on the backend admin view? I have no idea what you are trying to say here. Value error, not enough values to unpack, expected 4, got 3. Okay. So here I think you have a problem with arguments. Sometimes if you call something, you need 4 arguments for it from your backend basically, and then you have 3 only that you set. I'm not sure, but it seems like that. Not enough value to unpack. I don't know what you are trying to pack or unpack here, but that seems like it is like that, like a problem with your values. Or maybe if you're trying to do something on numbers, check maybe you need a regex or something like that, because certain functions in GS do have like some radix to implement. So for example, if you want to parse an int or get a string or change something, or maybe kind of get an extension from something to another, sometimes you need to add something, right? Yeah. And also app said that seems like something could be null or undefined. Where should I check on the model py? Then I don't know, maybe share with me your repo and I will take a look at it, because now we are trying to solve your issues that we have no idea what you're trying to solve. Yeah, Callum said, is this Tailwind? Yes, it is Tailwind. Yeah, so now we are going to actually do some stuff when it comes to the nav. I think I did the nav, but I did a mistake here. I think I said the hidden nav. Yeah, the nav should be md flex and then space x of 6. Space x means that the space between the elements should be of 6, and you always multiply by 4 in Tailwind, so that's 24 pixels. Now we need to hover and put something on every a tag. So here, let me show you something really cool. If I am here, I'll just do this. So if I am on NVim, I can do some, like, record some actions. So right now I will record on letter Q. So if I do @Q, I'll record something. So now I will try to find out the latest the latest what is it called, double quote, yeah, and that's the latest one, and then go A, and then put here a class name, and now I am recording on the same time, by the way, and this class name will have, for example, text gray of 300, right? And now when I'm done, I will just go down and then go to the first line and then stop recording. And now if I do @Q, it should do that again, but it didn't. So let's try it again. So here, maybe I did a mistake while recording. I think Q is a really bad is a bad step that we took, because Q starts we will do QA, so we will do recording on the letter A. All right, so we go back to the beginning of the line, and let's do that again. So go back to the beginning of the line, and then QA. You see over on the button under the normal mode, it says that I'm recording. So now we are finding the text again, and we will do that again. We will go here, put the class name equal to, and let's do it like that, exit, and then I text gray 300. Then exit, go one line and go on the beginning of the line. Now I will stop and then do @A. As you see, it did it again, and @A, it did it again. That's nice. And now if I even click only dot, it will do it all the time. But @A seems to be the one that I need to do, or a dot here. No, it doesn't. So @A, that's it. Yeah, so you can make your life easier with NVim hotkeys. Yeah, let me see. Why do people waste 1 hour of time here when someone can make it on ChatGPT in 1 minute? That's a good question. I always ask myself that, but it depends. It depends on your goal in your life. Do you want people to serve you stuff, or do you want to build? So it depends. Yeah. Okay, so we have someone who's currently learning React. That's nice. And we have some other people joining. That's cool. That's cool. Did you set up Tailwind config beforehand? I've just joined queries to understand Tailwind more. Yeah, Callum, we did that. I think Tailwind is really easy to set up. You just do npx tailwind init, and it will ask you some questions, and it will prepare this file for you. What you need to do also is that to make sure that you go here and you go to your TS config, specify some paths for Tailwind also to understand your paths. Also, you have vite config. I think vite doesn't need a plugin for Tailwind, which is correct. Yeah, you don't need that. And maybe your component.json. This will be set up by the npx tailwind init. And also, yeah, here in your config, for example, if you are going to use ChatCN, you need to mention that you have your config also. And if you don't know what is ChatCN, it's like a library for certain components that are inside this UI. For example, we got from ChatCN this button that we are using somewhere. Yeah, here we go. We got it from dot UI button. I think dot is wrong here. I need to be at something. Let me try to see inside that, and I will do at slash. Yeah, as you see now, it's better. To be inside UI, right? Or source and then UI, but that's, I don't know. Does UI exist, or source should be like that? That's bad. I don't know. Why did I set up the ad to be? Actually, I don't know what did I set up the ad for. Let me see there. So add helpers means that yeah, so anything inside source. Okay, add components, add UI, add button. I think that's what it should be. Yeah, because here I have that UI inside of components. All right, so let's try that. Actually, let's go here, see inside that, and then I will do that. Components, yeah, as you see, it's a folder, and then UI, there you go, and then button. Better, right? It's too much better. So we don't have the dots and stuff, and makes us feel bad. Also here for the auth context, but yeah, I think it is fine if that auth context is just on the upper repo. But yeah, we're not going to change that for now. We will do like a refactoring in the future. Yeah. All right. Should I learn after GSR the React? Hey Bobby, I don't understand what you tried to do here or ask, so can you please let me know your question again? What do you mean by GSR? I think if you meant GSX or something, I don't know. By the way, GSX, as I said before, it's just JavaScript plus XML, which means that you are kind of like mixing some HTML plus XML, which is kind of like JavaScript, and you do everything. When should we use memo? Use memo. So basically, you should use memo when you have like a certain variable that you want to update but not to re-render your component, or you have multiple variables that you want them to actually update all of them as a state, and you don't want to re-render your component, right? What is Tailwind for? Actually, Tailwind is a CSS framework. We call it like that. It uses Sass under the hood, and it has a lot of good things to it. For example, if you want to do flex, for example, which takes you a lot to do a lot of classes in the normal CSS, you just call a class name of flex, and then you say item center, justify center, for example, and therefore you have a div with everything centered. Almost like Bootstrap, but better. I think Ab knows his stuff. Yeah. By the way, Ab, is that short for something? What's your name, mate? Almost like Bootstrap, just better. That's a good question. That's a good answer. I mean, if I should learn React after JavaScript. All right. So, Bobby, now your question is clear. I think you should pick your weapon, basically. And my weapon that I picked was React. Maybe for you, it becomes something else. So maybe you want to learn the hard way and you go maybe, I don't know, Svelte or you go Laravel for PHP, or whatever you want here you can do. It depends on your choice. So right now what is most popular is like Svelte, React plus Angular. Angular is very known by some of the people in Germany and France. France is more even known. React is a bit of like East European use, and I see a lot of people in East Europe use it, and also a lot of people in Germany use it. Yeah. That's cybersecurity. No, it's not. Yeah. ESMA, how is that? Is that correct when I say ESMA? I don't know. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it is not cybersecurity. It's just JavaScript and JSX. Yeah. Do you have much experience with Node.js? If so, the best way to get familiar with it. I'll show you a very fun project that I did. Do I have it here? Maybe I need to clone it. Let me clone it. I'll just go to my GitHub. On the way, I will check Twitch and kick chat. Oh my god, there is no chatters there. Alright, so I will show you one of the uses of Node.js that I primarily do sometimes when I use a Node.js app. So on my boilerplate here, I have like an app that I did with a server and a client not so long ago. And it contains good stuff. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna clone, not that for sure. By the way, that what I just showed right now is my NeoVim setup. So if you want to do that the same, just make a screenshot right now, copy that and do it. All right, so this is my already exist. What? Ah, yeah, for sure. I need just to do it like that. So CD24 boilerplate and then remember. Nice. So here, this is like a project that I did not so long ago, just to prepare like a backend, small one with Prisma. I have a Prisma scheme that I copied from somewhere. Very funny scheme though. It just has like some of the stuff that I don't need to forget, with also a provider, which is I think Node. It was PostgreSQL database URL, and this database URL will come from .env I think, or here you just change it yourself to whatever you want it to be. And this is kind of like models for users, images, catalogs, and whatever. And this is my backend literally. So now you see here how I run my backend. Whenever you do npx run serve, you will have, let me just make it clearer. It will be red, but nevertheless, it's just for the purpose of teaching, right? And what I'm trying to teach you here is just show you how to make small backend, basically. Yeah, I mean here it's concurrently, which means that I'm running npx tsc watch, which means I'm watching over my files and then running the server .js. But before I do the serve, I have a pre-serve which is npm run build. Before I do that, I have also a pre-start one, which is rimref dist and npx tsc, which means that I'm deleting everything from the folder of the build and actually setting up everything again. And this is kind of like how I go for it whenever I do like a backend. I go for express.env config, and I go for routes that I prepare myself, that I will show you that as well later. So now we will just see how it is this. You create an app, you do express.json to use actually JSON in your app, also to use the encoding with extended true, and then Morgan, and then your API. Here I have routes. Your routes will be really simple. Whatever comes after API is your route. So I have API users and API create user. One is post, one is get, just for me actually to get familiar with the backend. I have a database which I created like a function for it. It's an async function, I think. Not an async actually. No, it says should be. It returns a promise, but it's not an async, I think, because it's yeah, it's Prisma client function. It does query whatever you pass to it as a query function, and then it just returns Prisma disconnect at the end, so it disconnects each time you do a query. I have a very stupid two functions for getting all the users or creating a user, and these are using Prisma. I mean, this is a working backend, works 100%. And oops, I just showed you something that I shouldn't show you actually. My bad. No, actually it's fine. This is the env.example, which means that it's not a real env, right? I don't have a real env file anyway. I won't put it in GitHub. All right, so the client, you know the client, but I actually created this client myself, so it's not that I created it through Vite, but I used Vite in it, which means that I did everything myself. As you see here, I have a coverage one, I have a build one, I have a dev one, I have a format one, I have a lint one, preview, test UI, and I did all of these myself, kind of like to learn how Vite works. And by the way, Vite wants you always to put the index.html outside, and also you need not to forget to put that type of module, otherwise you will be lost. Yeah, that's it. I mean, this is a really good one. Here you see me doing types. For example, I have a user type. I have routes, which are routes coming in from 10-stack router, and I have even a use fetch function, I think. No, I actually have a create user function here that contacts the backend and sends the build like this. I should have done like a use fetch one, but I think this should be 10-stack query somewhere here. Yeah, I have 10-stack provider. Yeah, means that probably I have 10-stack query somewhere. But yeah, nevertheless, this is just a simple one, right? Cool. This is how you do very perfect client server kind of thing. And by the way, in the client, if you go to package.json, you will find me here doing the same thing. Actually, it's very funny. I do concurrently Vite, which means I call the front end, and then I do cd server, and then I go into the server and do npm run server there. So I know 100% that my backend will run. Doesn't matter which one you run first, but for me, I run the front end just to make sure that everything will work in the front end first, and then I would just call the backend whenever I need it. But should be the opposite though. One more thing about back and front end: in your Vite config, you need to learn this trick, which means that everything that starts from API and comes from the backend with a local host of 3000 will change its origin, and that means that it will be actually both of your backend and front end will use the same port, right? Anyway, I talk too much. All right, I will answer now some questions. And sorry that I'm actually ignoring, because I just wanted to do everything once and then answer. Yeah. All right, so what language is that? Selena asked. That is TypeScript, JavaScript. Yeah. Yeah. So I would say create easy endpoints and use Postman to return the data. That's good. Yeah, maybe that will teach him how to use like endpoints, and maybe codes for get, post, patch, whatever. I want to use Node.js for my backend. Should I use something else? No, do it. I mean, why you should do it? Because JavaScript is really neat. You can learn JavaScript once and use it on the backend and the front end, and that means that you will be able to create full stack app with just JavaScript. Nevertheless, you can learn any other framework like Spring Boot or whatever, but that's Java, right, in the backend. And you want to just do it in one language and you are familiar with it, so JavaScript is good. So Chris, do only JavaScript for now. Esma said, where do you work? I work at 2 companies. One is contractor. I am a contributor with them. I do some small tasks, which is Adobe, that the company that made Photoshop, that made After Effects. By the way, I am working with them, but I don't have Photoshop installed in my computer. Oh, I have it, but it's cracked. I didn't buy it because I didn't ask for a key. All right, but I've done that actually. Callum asked, I've done that actually. I just never expanded, but thank you. Yeah, Callum, do it for the cloud, for the money. Later on, maybe you become good at it and you just switch careers and do your best. Olani asked, what code editor are you using? I'm using NeoVim or Lazy NVim. NeoVim is a text editor, comes up really neat, and you can learn it a lot and you will become good at it with some plugins that you set up yourself. And then that's what I did. I set up some plugins and I'm using them and they are neat. Yeah. Prettier versus ESLint. I don't understand that question, because some people doesn't know that they can use both. So here, if you go to my client, you will have Prettier, as you see. Yeah, and if you go to ESLint, you will find out that I add Prettier here. Prettier is a plugin, bro. You just do this plugin, import from ESLint config Prettier. By the way, you need to install globally Prettier and also install it in VS Code if you're using VS Code, and also make it your primary linter, and then go use ESLint with package.json command. So here you go lint for ESLint, and ESLint will pick Prettier, and everything will work like in tandem, and it will be really nice. All right. Where would you host the side project? Node.js server, Heroku. So here I think you tapped on my heart, because I actually bought a VPS last year for like 60 gigabytes or whatever RAM, and it has like 200 gigabytes SSD or whatever. And I paid this year for it, like a renewal, like 300 euros or something. It's hella expensive. I don't know why in Germany they're really expensive, but I didn't use it much. But I use it there. I use PM2 for deployment. It's the most easy thing ever. If you go to my GitHub, by the way, I'll show you my GitHub. How can I show you my GitHub? I'll just tell you. So go to GitHub, and then /user whatever blah 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 blah, and then type Ayman Sakohi. That's my name. You can find me. I have the same image as in TikTok, and there you can find out a lot of my projects that use PM2 and GitHub Actions. Yeah, which is really neat, because if you use it like that, it's gonna be really amazing that you learn how to deploy your app very easy, without really Jenkins or wherever. You deploy whatever you want in whatever port, so you can deploy 5 apps together. How to implement backend and frontend. This project itself, you see there in actually the dev part, in the dev command, I have concurrently Vite plus to cd over server and npm run serve. So I'm doing them together. What I showed, maybe you didn't see, is that you need also to do Vite here configuration for whatever the API /API, whatever comes after /API, which means that it's coming from your backend, will run on port 3000. By the way, if you don't know, guys, I'll show you a trick. Anybody knows why Vite is running on port? Let me actually comment this. On port, what is it? 51. I'm trying to spell it now. 5173. Why is Vite is running on port 5173? If you know that, you get a cookie. All right. All right. Please, I just wrote my programming exam. I just want to break. My For You page hates me. Right? So why not? I think hopefully you did well. Hopefully you did well. How to implement backend and front? I just answered that. Some guy asked from where? From which part of the word is that? New Vim with Java application is not funny. For sure, it's not. You need to probably install a lot of LSPs. Most underrated web APIs. Well, look at that. Some guy asked a good question. I don't know, man. What do you mean by web APIs? Maybe you have something in mind. Maybe you give me 2 to choose from, and I will let you know. Would you help for a project for university for C++ CLI only for .NET or not? Would you help? I mean, I do JavaScript. I wish if I could help you, man. But yeah. Yeah, so someone actually said, yeah, it spells Vite. Yeah, that's correct. Hopefully you didn't ask ChatGPT. How connect database to desktop app in Visual Studio? That's a good question, Ebok. I don't know what you mean by that, but maybe if you elaborate, I can answer. Having errors with context data sharing between components. Maybe you are writing context wrong. Use context is one of the very kind of like neat hooks for React, but sometimes you need to understand that create context and use context are 2 different things, but they do the same thing. So you need to create your context with a value so you know that it's working, and then you use that context somewhere else and make sure that you get that value, and then therefore continue with whatever you want to do. That's my only kind of like way to answer your question, just to make sure that you went the correct way, right? All right. So yeah, port 5 in Roman is actually, I will go like this. 5 in Roman is like that, I like that, 7 is T, and 3 is E, so it spells Vite. That's why the guys from Vite actually use port 5173. But here, nevertheless, if you do your config like this with this API proxy, then therefore everything will come from that port, not 3000, but actually it will come from port 5173 as well. And here in the server I used 3000 as a port. Probably I don't show it now, but I think in, yeah, a process.m port will be 3000, otherwise you will use 3000 here. Cool. Yeah, good, we did well. Let's go to the other project now. Oops, I did a mistake. I didn't do dot for emblem dot, and then therefore we go to component. Look, we started like 1 hour ago and we didn't do anything, right? Because I kept like answering questions. Okay. So developer Mozilla org, yeah. So I use actually developer Mozilla org because it's actually connected by automatically, I think automatically connected to my LSP. So whenever you have an error or something, you click that web API and it will show you always the Mozilla pages. But there is multiple of them. Even Open Classroom have their own. And I think if that's what you mean, then I don't know. I don't have a choice. I can even ask like ChatGPT for some of the stuff sometimes. Yeah, Des, that's your name, or add easy, or is Redux better than context for global data sharing between components? I think it is, because it came to solve the problem of state sharing, right? So if you use context a lot, you will have multiple providers. Think about it like auth theme, and then you have a score theme, and then have a basket theme, and then you will have a lot of themes or providers in your app. Therefore, yeah, therefore you need to know at that point what kind of state manager you want to use. But I will tell you, one of them is called Zustand or Zustand, maybe if you speak in English. Therefore you will find the best implementation for it, and it's really easy to implement. Did you have any videos on Python programming? Sorry, Iconic, I don't have that. Change origin is meaning, yeah, you're changing your origin here by a proxy, so anything that comes from port 3000 will go to the origin of 5173 port of Vite, basically, if you want everything run on the front end. Simone said, a really good one. If I have a great idea for an app, would you build it in return for equity of the company? Yeah, just message me. Maybe your app is really the next big thing. Maybe we can collaborate. But I don't have really much time, so I would be probably working 1 hour a weekend. It's ES6. Yes, it's ES6. Sir, do you have any videos on Python? Sorry, I don't have that. You asked that too many times, mate. What is better, Tailwind CSS or regular CSS? Tailwind is for sure is better. And Lolo, this is your second day in the chat. That's nice. Yeah, so app answered, Tailwind really speed up the process, and that's true. It does speed up a lot of process and makes your life easier. Come on guys, please share this live stream. Let's reach out as many people as we can. And also follow up if you didn't follow before. I try actually to do these live stream dailies, and the people in the chat can confirm. Yeah, I remember everyone. If I see like a funny kind of like I don't know, like a picture or something, I always remember people by their names or their pictures. In this web designing, yes, I do some web designing sometimes, but I don't have Figma on right now. Sometimes I do have apps that I already designed, but usually it happens here in my head. Your voice is very soothing. Very nice. Thank you a lot, Susie. And Susie, actually, I think she's like the third time on the stream today. I also keep count of people, and I try also to memorize them. And thank you a lot for sharing and doing everything to make this live stream goes. And I actually hope that we reach out to a really good static number, like 100 a day or whatever, because I'm really trying to push as much as I can for these live streams to keep up. And I want to reach also the 10k mark, so I can maybe, I don't know, monetize the channel or whatever it's called, TikTok account or whatever. Because honestly, it pushes you forward. Like these kind of things, like we know that there is subscribers, there is people who wants to see content, and I'm really happy to talk on even to 3 of you every day. It's really fun because I myself really love like to be a geek and talk about coding and game design or whatever. Yeah, in games especially. Maybe if you are a gamer, you probably will be easier for you to understand sometimes some programmer languages. Yeah, Susie said guilty as charged. That's perfect. Yeah, and I couldn't even say it better. All right, so let's continue with this. I mean, I will wait for your questions and I will see how it goes. Oh, we have some Tunisians as in chat. That's so cool. Jabaroki, what a name. Can you show us how is the website looking right now? Oh man, I will. You know what, man? I will just give you my GitHub. Go there to npm run dev, and you will see. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. Believe me, I couldn't. You know what? Send me YouTube videos about how to stream on TikTok, because I honestly I feel like a boomer. Like sometimes I'm like a dad. I don't know. I'm clueless. I don't know what to pick, what to do. And therefore, if you ask me, hey, can you build an app architecturally or whatever, I will answer perfectly and I will build it for you. So I'm like that guy. Yep. How long it takes to master JavaScript? For me, it took not to master. I would never say master because I don't know if I really that master. But for me, it took 1 year with really like too much put like into it. Like I put a lot into it, like 6 hours a day, let's say, or something like that. It took me a year to understand everything, like a bit of everything. And yeah, the second part is that if you go 2 hours per day, not like me, and do maybe 6 months and understand, like let it go like this: HTML, CSS, and then a bit of JavaScript, event listeners, go like API functions, understand the arrays, understand some of the stuff like sets, maps, and whatever, and then go to build your own websites, and that would be good. Yeah. Which app do download for me to follow? You don't have to download any app. What is this, TypeScript? Yeah, TypeScript, JavaScript, whatever. Didn't you say you have a child? Yeah, I do have a child. He's 8 years old actually. It's very nice. He screams all the time. What's your main programming language? It's JavaScript. Do you know any language for mobile development? Yeah, go React Native. You can do the same what you're doing right now, and you will be actually very good with React. Yeah. Eine Bachelor, Absolventin bald ersten. Yeah. So for KI, what they call here for AI, I think AI is really good one that you can go for. You can go for AI and you can specialize in it, especially that now you can see prompt engineers or whatever. But yeah, I would say computer science globally, and then you can pick your main whenever you are like, I don't know, graduated. Maybe after you graduate you pick your main. That's what I would do if I study again. Could you click into that use all function? Okay, that's really cool. Some guy follows the code. Let me go here. Yeah, so this is the use auth part. Read it and let me know if you want me to actually explain you something while I read all the functions. Could you click into that use auth function? Yeah. How can I read your name? Miron. Have you ever used Ruby? No. Ruby on Rails. I wish. They said that it's really good, but not for me. What's your opinion on Kotlin? I learned a little bit of Kotlin last year. He's Miron. Meron. Okay. Sorry for that. I sometimes feel like I'm super French. I forgot even sometimes how to pronounce English. What's your opinion on Kotlin? Is it worth learning? Yes, it is. Especially that I work with it on the back end with my guys at the office. So I really love me some Kotlin sometimes, and I grade a lot and build it and do some really fancy stuff with it. But I never code it, and I really enjoy that. I have always to ask questions about it, and I ask the most dumb questions, and that's it. I'm sorta new to web dev. Lol, only just discovered Ruby on Rails. Okay, I mean, yeah, Ruby is cool, but it's kinda not my cup of tea, to say that. Yeah, and also if you are picking up a good language, go for anything else, but like Python or JavaScript or whatever, something easy to soothe your soul with, and then start with Ruby on Rails and build in your terminal or whatever. Yeah, I was just wondering which library you use. Looks good to me. Yeah, I used Firebase, and here I have like an unsubscribe like use effect, and plus I returned unsubscribe. Oh my gosh, I cannot say it. And then I have the children, which are the React nodes. Basically, here I want to provide a provider for my app with that offset. And also, as you see, I used the context on the bottom of it in the line 39. And and here I have an error from ESLint. It says fast refresh only works when a file only exports components. Well, I think I should have not called it TSX. I should have called it TS. That's what it means here. But yeah, nevertheless, it should work. Yeah, cool. Hi, is it a real life application example? Yeah, FB. I'm not sure if you are first time in the chat, but yeah. So this is a white noise app, yeah, that we are building. Yesterday we did the header, and that's it. I mean, yeah, it's really cool. And to trigger suspense. Yeah, we don't really need to in this case. We don't have a lot of lazy loading and stuff. But you could have actually suspense would be a good option here. Maybe. Yeah, you are right. I give you the benefit of the doubt there. You're better than me. Yeah. So let's go. What does FC stands for? Oh, function components. And it takes auth provider props. That's why I did a TSX, not TS, because I was returning actually TSX at the end. Nice. I will just read your question. So explain how to use GitHub. Yeah, GitHub is like, for me, is a versioning application. We all know that you version your apps in like mini blobs or wherever, and you send it there each time you want to send it there with a commit, basically. And let's say you are building something and you want people to maybe work with you on it, so you want to create the spectrum of pushes or of kind of versions of your app. So this spectrum means that on the first day you will write something, on the next day your friend will write something, then you will get what he wrote, and then he writes again, and so on and so forth. So that's why it's really amazing, because it lets everyone look at their code. So for example, if you are interviewing, you probably want to create like a good what do we call it, like a vitrine in French, which means that you like do a good shop or a good I don't know how to, yeah, I don't know, project gallery or something like that, where you will put all your GitHub stuff there and people can see it and saying, hey, look at my code, look what I did. So the thing is that it's really nice to like show off these codes and stuff, but at the same time GitHub is really better for people who are doing like open source stuff. There's people who are really into coding and they build stuff for other people. like what we're doing right now. We are building this app for other people to use it, maybe in the future in a project or whatever. Yeah, they can steal your project, but it's a fancy stealing. It's called forking. And you can put it as private if you don't want anybody to fork your stuff. So for example, OpenAI with ChatGPT, they didn't want anybody to fork this, so they put it as private. On the other hand, China wants to do DeepSeek and they open source it. So now you know how ChatGPT is made. Basically, if you look at their competitor in China, because in China they don't care, they said, okay, open source. Can people steal your project? No, man. It's up to you, whether you want to share it or not. Yeah. By the way, TikTok is showing me that actually if it just go through, yeah, let me see the messages. Yeah, it's showing me that we can reach out 400, not 400 actually. Yeah, 400 plus, but it means 4,500 followers today if I continue like this with the live stream. Okay, let's aim for that. 4,500 followers. I don't know how many I have right now. Let me check. I can build, yeah, a functional app with DeepSeek. I'm actually building one, but not ready enough. When it's ready, when I feel like it's ready, I will share it for sure. So how many do I have right now? I had 4,262 followers. So we already have some messages that I'll reply on later. And yeah, so yeah, I will answer all your questions. Thank you a lot for following though. All right. .NET, no, I didn't work with .NET. I know that a lot of people work with it. Explain React Lazy. Yeah. So lazy loading or lazy or suspense or whatever you call it are things like is a solution for waiting to fetch some data before you load your data. Basically, you load your page. And the funny part about this is that we always wondered that if you do an async await for something, then you will have promise and you will always need for that promise to be fulfilled. So Lazy said, okay, I will show a loading state until my everything is ready. So yeah, you can show wherever you want, not like just a title of loading or whatever. You can show another component that it's there loaded for you while you wait for your data to be fetched. Yeah, it's possible to make any app with DeepSeek. I think I will make an app for children, for example, with DeepSeek to teach them how to code, or to maybe make the DeepSeek AI think about progress stuff, like challenges for the kid to learn how to code, or maybe like something like a challenge, like badges system, where if DeepSeek sees that you are creating like progress and something that you are learning, it will give you a certain like badge or patch or whatever. This thing is really cool because I think it helps a lot with doing this mini stuff, minified components and stuff, but not really a big thing. Or a chat. Maybe you want to create a chat app that does that for you. Please explain to me what is a promise. I watch a video on YouTube, but I still don't get it. Good questions. I think promises are a way for you to seek data, and why we call it a promise is just because you are waiting for something to be promised, to be fulfilled. So when you say, hey, async await, async means that something is asynchronous, which means that you can go do anything else in your app, basically show anything, and then go back and make sure that it's there. If it's not there, go back again, do whatever you need, and then go back up, see if it's there. When it's there, feed it to your component. So the thing about async await, you mean you create a function that is async, and you say, oh wait, please don't do anything else until you wait for this data to be fetched. And that's a promise. I mean, you are waiting for this data to be fetched. When you fetch it, you fill it and you fulfill it. You give it to somewhere else. Yeah. So you just give a command to DeepSeek and it makes the app without intervention. No, not like that. I make the app and I use DeepSeek API. Basically, DeepSeek has like OpenAPI, they have their own also, let's call it also OpenAPI or OpenAI API, and that you use for certain features. For example, if you want not to talk to DeepSeek in your app, you have a part where you want the bot to talk to your user and say to him, hey mate, I think you did this wrong, or you can export to PDF, go in here, 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 here. So the DeepSeek learned what you did and actually helps your user to do something. And maybe you want to create or export a message that you will send somewhere via email through your app. So you tell your user, hey, click here to generate the email automatically, because you fed the DeepSeek some data that DeepSeek now knows how to create emails for your app. And basically, DeepSeek will integrate the email with like a good link, a good ID, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's it. All right, I hope that answered your question. Prog TikTok said, are you French? No, I'm not. When can I use this? You mean the promise there? You can use that only basically when you are fetching a lot of data or computing some heavy data. How about to giving a detailed command to DeepSeek to generate the app? I mean, it makes sense, but then you are not building anything. Alright, so I have a message on Kick. Some guys named Ryan said, hello mate. Hello everyone from Kick. Hello everyone from Twitch. Hello everyone from YouTube. I am streaming everywhere basically. Yeah, nice. Let's see if there is new comments. This is a good question, Savi. Thank you for that. Can you visually show the components and through the process of creating a mobile app? So basically what we're creating here is a web app, right? And my web app is really simple. It has some hooks for debouncing. Whenever you enter like some input to it, it debounces, so it doesn't actually call the API multiple times. It has a footers that I didn't create yet. It has a Google sign-in button that I created, and this one uses the provider. So basically it lets you sign in, or it throw you out basically. We have the header that we are creating and I didn't finish. We have the layout that I also created and I finished. That's good. We have the YouTube embed. This is like a functional programming part of the app where it actually looks into some videos that you want to use as white noises and use them for you or store them in our app, and so much more. Actually, it's really fun app to do, but I didn't finish any of it yet. This is the Firebase part. I just copy pasted this from the web. We have some helper part which converts time. Okay, I see here I forgot a T. Can I smart rename this? I think I can. I think it's called smart rename. Yeah, I can do convert time. Hopefully it changes everywhere. So if I do fs convert time, yeah. No, actually it didn't. So here it's still convert time. So what I'm gonna do is just go back to control that. And not really, it didn't do that. Where is it? In utils? Yeah. So I'm gonna back here and I took out the change. I think smarter naming is not working correctly, maybe because of lazy. I need to update some of the stuff. Install sync now. Yeah, these are all plugins. They are built correctly. Fetched status, checkout, lazy nvim, all good. LSP, I think something with Lewis Nip. Weird. I don't know why it's happening like that. Yeah, I'll check this later. But usually when you want to check something like that, you just do check health and you let lazy nvim check for you. So as you see on top, there's a warning already. I don't know what is that warning. Oh, okay. We have a problem with LSP config. Okay, I will check that later. But anything else seems cool. They have some warnings, but I don't have to install everything for these warnings. Oh, didn't find GC. Weird. GC and GCC are for actually building or C apps. That's where you see sometimes the make command to build some stuff. This is Tailwind. Mason, also this is all good. So we have all the dependencies, but we have something that I don't understand here. Failed to run health check for LSP config. Weird. Let's do that again. Should be fine. Let me read the comments when I'm waiting for that. Julian asked, are you using Visual Studio Code? No, I'm not. I am using Lazy NVim or NeoVim. What's the most common database you use and why? I'm using actually usually MongoDB. MongoDB is the best for me. I think it's the best choice for me. Yeah. What do you think about CodePen? Well, CodePen let you do some stuff and let you share your code online, which is really cool. But now with live sharing and extensions on Visual Studio Code, I think you can do whatever you want. So it depends. It depends on what you want to achieve. Alright, so let me go back to actually this. Where is the error from? Oh, now I don't see it. Interesting. Now seems like it was really cool. Alright. Let's try third time. Third time is charm. Let's go back to our header. What does LazyVim add to NeoVim? LazyVim adds all these plugins that I just showed you right now. It adds all these Mason, like LewSnip, like yeah, it adds a lot of plugins like FZF finders, like RipGrep, it's called, for gripping text and stuff like that. Yeah. Is it better Visual Studio Code than CodePen? Yes, Visual Studio Code should be better than CodePen. Yeah. Yeah, I also found out that it is more friendly to use VS Code. Yeah, for sure, 100%. Nice. A lot of people actually joined the live stream through the videos, which is really cool. So I have some videos running, and sometimes I just pick something from the chat or questions that you get asked. So you'll probably find yourself in one of my videos if you follow up in the future and you ask as many questions. So thank you all for asking. You make me great content. Let me actually go up and answer more of the questions. Some guy asked how many viewers in total. Actually, I don't have much viewers now as I am really late, but mostly on TikTok, so that's where I'm shining lately. Nice. I don't know, sometimes TikTok actually has this problem also, where whenever you say like a bad word or something, then you are against their guidelines, and you will go down with viewers. And I'm sure this live stream probably I said something that I was like, okay, let's give him just 10 viewers. Why is it class name instead of class? So this is JavaScript or JSX. That's why class is actually saved or a protected word in JavaScript. It means a class. So to create a class, that's what we say. So in JavaScript, if you are doing JSX, use class name instead of class, because now I can go up and create a new class, basically. Yeah. So it's a protected word. It's not protected, but they say it's like I forgot the word for it, like a reserved word for, yeah, maybe reserved would be better. Yeah. Interesting, very interesting. Yeah. JavaScript, you never know. Nice. All right, so let's continue what I wanted to do. So now I will create a button on the bottom and probably call some SVG or whatever for the I don't know, like an example icon with a button for sign out and sign in or whatever. Let's see what we can do. So after the nav, where is it? I created a div here as a logout, but I maybe will create maybe a button here, button, Now I'll go down and do it like that. This button will have another class name stuff. So let's prepare it for now. Save. And let's think about what we're gonna put there. As I say, I don't want to go away from the background of gray 800. We have here 900 for the header, so a bit slightly different. And we will do text gray 400. And what else? I have here some examples. Probably I'll use some paddings. And where else can I pick from Tailwind that I can explain to you? Yeah, do you know the rounded part? You can do rounded LG. Now if we save, we can go here and maybe put something else like area table label or something like that, like toggle dark mode or something like that. But I don't want to do that. I'll just do it like a logout button. Like, yeah, that would be good. Yeah, and then on focus, we will do some stuff as well. So at the focus part here, we'll probably change the text to white or something. We will see. Yeah. So for now, we can do an outline, or we can do a, I don't know, can we do on hover first? Do you want to go like hover and then outline when focused? Probably not. Okay, then when focused, I'll just go outline none. And on hover, I will go BG gray, maybe 700. That way we just do a slight differentiation of the color. That would be good. I'll put it as logout. If anybody has a good React, maybe import logout, maybe logout. Yeah, I want to just something from CI logout. There is a lot of logout icons, but I would pick one randomly. I have no idea what is by logout. All right, whatever. I'll just put it here. By logout. And I'll close it. This is gonna be funny. I don't know what even. And on click, we'll just do that. So here, we'll just do an on click on top. Yeah, cool. And then we'll call this a logout session. And we will just delete this one. Okay, maybe. Yeah, this is a good one to take. Instead of logout here, we'll just CC that. Oops, I did a mistake. Let me CC that, copy this and paste it here, and therefore we have the same content, right? Then let's delete this one, and therefore we have it, right? Nice. Let me take a look if I can actually find something else that we can do. Maybe yeah, I found some other stuff for focus. I'm gonna copy them and try them out. Here we can do some, yeah, something like that. All right, cool. Let me answer more questions now. This is probably a dumb question. Is this the UI code area? Yes. Yeah, not dumb question at all. You can ask as many questions and you can ask as many dumb questions. Actually, I always say one thing is that if you want to become good at something, you need to make a fool out of yourself you doing it, because everyone will point at you saying, hey, look at this guy, what he's doing, he's crazy. But then when they see the money, they'll be like, okay, look at this guy, he's successful. So always ask as many dumb questions. That makes you unique. Yeah. Blah 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 da, da, da. Now I'm reading. Is this YAML? No, is this GSX/TSX? It's React. Morgan. Yeah, thank you for answering. What do you mean UI code area? Yeah, Morgan is trying to actually answer savvy here. What language is this? This is React/JavaScript. Show the site. Oh man, I cannot show you that yet, but hopefully maybe I will watch some YouTube tutorials about how can I switch like screens, because I am also on Twitch and also on Kick. People there can see the full screen, but on TikTok it's kind of like tricky. I cannot show the full screen because basically it's on this side, on the right of mine. I don't know, is it your right? I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, for what is this code? Again, let me explain to you. So we downloaded, I will go fast. We downloaded some tracks with PyScript. These tracks are OGG tracks, basically MP3, OGG, whatever. And these tracks are white noises. I got them from here. So then these white noises, you can listen to them and you have assets. Now you have them over here on the left side, as you see. You have Seaside, Pink Noises, Morgan Murmur, Morning Murmur, Forest Fire, Fan, Coffee, Brown Noise, Paris, Paradise, blah, blah, blah. So then I have all of that, and then I'm using them into these YouTube, oh no, not really, into this white noise player. And here you can click a button and play as many noises. So here you see is play and play, pause, whatever. And that's it. We are doing like our own white noise player. And now we are creating just the header. Is that cool? Hello from Germany. Where in Germany? Hello mate. Hello Dido. Glad that you didn't call yourself Diddy, otherwise you would have been banned, right? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Münster, nice. I don't know where Münster is, but I am in Munich. Münster. It's somewhere. Okay, let me see. Can I go like zoom out? Oof, you are even farther than Dortmund. How is the weather there in the Netherlands? It's not in the Netherlands, but it's close to Dortmund, that area, the NRV area. Seriously cool. Yeah. I'm in Munich, so I am like 600, 700 kilometers away from you. Really nice. And yet he's on my live stream. Look at that. Nice. Is this for uni or just a hobby? It's just a hobby. Buchbinde. Buchbinde. What does Binde mean? Buch is a book, right? So you can speak German? Nah, not really. I came from a far, far away country where we speak Arabic. And we speak French a bit. Ooh, it was -6 here. I put my car outside at work and I looked at it from the window, and you know when the windshield became like icy, and then you know that you're gonna scratch it all night. So what I did, I'm not to brag or anything, I have on my key like a button where I can hit the car before I go outside. So I hit it there. Yeah, me too, and بحكي عربي also. So yeah, nice. Can you build it has a dark mode? Yeah, actually I was thinking also to create a button like that. Maybe you can do it right now. Maybe you can go like that and create a button. I'll just copy the same, save it, and this one won't have any on click function. I will leave the same stuff, but here maybe I can actually import something like dark mode, right? Dark mode, yeah, CG dark mode from, or MD dark mode. CG, what is CG for? CG dark mode or MD for medium, maybe? I don't know. Let's use the medium part. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Okay, so now I'll just go on space. I will call that here. But one thing I will probably add, which is very strange to do, but I think we can do area label here. Area label, and I think that will be helpful. I think, let me see if that is something that we can do. Area label, yeah. And we will call it toggle dark mode. Yeah. So here will be area label, and we'll call it toggle dark mode. And we will save it. And instead of showing all of this, also here we need to change it. MD dark mode. Yeah, this one. And then see inside parentheses. Why should I see inside that? Let me just CC, and I'll call it, I should have called it anything, right? It's just a dark mode icon. Therefore, here you go. We will work on that just because of you. Alright, are you from Lebanon? Not really. You can guess where I'm from. Can I actually... I see... Yeah. Morocco 100%. Close, very close. From North Africa, but not Morocco. Yeah. Just use solid.js. Well, thank you. Next. Well, no. I'm not good with solid.js. I never used it actually, or Svelte or whatever. I use only React for now. Not Egyptian also. You can guess. You can keep guessing. It's very cool that every day someone in the chat is trying to guess where I'm from. But I like that because at some point they can all guess, because maybe if we grew to 100 viewers or whatever, then people will know. How about Trump coin? I didn't buy that. Yeah. David Roman said Tunisia. Yeah, Tunis. Yeah, correct. Yeah, North of Africa, tip of North Africa. Actually, a very history thing to say about Tunisia. Africa, the continent, was named after Tunisia, after the country, because Tunisia was named Afriqiya, which means Al-Afriqiya in Arabic. And Africa came from Afriqiya, which is Tunisia, and it was named like that 5,000 years ago. 5,000 to 3,000 years ago, and then they changed it. Phoenician came, all these kind of people came, and they changed its name. You will start your house building on August. What is it about? What kind of house building you will have? Your thoughts on Angular? I really like Angular a lot. Look, I'm using React, yes, and we're building this app with React, but we are building it only with React because I'm used to it. If I was used to Angular, I will do it like that. But the thing is that it's different. It's more typed, it's more strict. If you are more into Java, then you will like it a lot, because it's a bit close to that kind of hard typing in Java as well. It has some static, some lot of classes and stuff like that, which is nice. Oh, Morgan said Hero Icons is a better lib than React Icons. All right, so I will use it maybe in the future. But thank you for that. Thank you for actually letting me know, because icons is a really big question when it comes to React, because you never know which icons are good. Sometimes even you get a library and you don't like its icon because they are a bit, I don't know, ancient or something. Do you think AI will replace coders and programmers? I get asked this question a lot, and people ask me, hey, why do you think AI will replace you? And in the chat also they say that. They say, yeah, you will be replaced by AI, ha, and they leave. The thing is that I don't think it will replace anybody. I think the word is a bit not dumb, but they follow the trend a lot. Oh my gosh, AI will replace me, oh my gosh, and they will feel like that, and then it's just a period of time where AI is very invested on, and we are waiting for the next big thing. So when the next big thing comes, maybe a cloud app, and then you don't have to buy any consoles or TV or whatever, then therefore everything is the cloud on your wrist, for example. You just tap and something comes from the screen. I think everybody will switch focus, and AI will be like, yeah, it's such a feature. You will find 6 years old people, 10-year-old people doing AI in 10 years from now. So maybe also when the NVIDIA stuff goes well, when the GPUs goes well, and you can buy GPU that can make you 5 million node of whatever, then you will be able also to make your own AI and train it at home. Maybe you don't need AI anymore to buy 200 euros from OpenAI or whatever. So it's just a step, and people move on. Yeah. I've always used Nuxt. It's great with its auto router. That's epic. I mean, yeah, I give you the benefit of the doubt there. Yeah. It's React/TSX. Yes, Morgan is replying on the comments, doing my job. Thank you, mate. Please, everybody who's new or who's first time in the chat, please, do a follow. We are trying actually to reach out to 4,500 today, or even 5,000 if we can. Yeah, we did around 100 followers in an hour, which is really cool. If we continue like that, that would be amazing. Because since I started, we are now double. So I started 1 week ago, like doing live streams every day, and now we are double. How cool is that, right? And if we reach 10k, that would be amazing. I'll be doing these live streams every day until we reach 10k, and then we will celebrate, and then we will celebrate on the 100k, and every time. Yeah. How does one start learning how to code and program? El Albani. Well, I would just say one thing: if you want to do something, stick to it, and consistency is key, right? And I also said something which is funny, like make a fool out of yourself learning stuff. Don't care about whatever who does tell you don't do it. 2 hours a day for 1 year, you will be really good in a good level. Seek an internship. If you are from Germany, an internship will be good to start with. Yeah. I started by copying other people's work, changing it slightly, and got the hang of it. Yeah, Morgan is a beast. Hi, have a nice coding. Thank you, Dart Veda. Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot. All right, please share, everyone. I don't want to really bother you with sharing the live stream and stuff, but yeah, that helps people actually to reach out. Let me check. Maybe some people on Kick or on Twitch are moving out to the chat. The funny part is that I like how TikTok work. You just scroll and you get the live stream on your For You page, right? That's how you knew me. The thing is about other stuff, you need to search it, and it's really hard for people to find you. So someday we will focus on TikTok as much as I can. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Nice, the mic is back. So TikTok does check on me each 1 hour and a half to think I'm alive, and it just throw a sound like that. HTML and JavaScript, yes, Martin. Yes, so basically HTML and JavaScript together, and that's called JSX. And JSX is short for JavaScript plus XML, which is close to HTML plus JavaScript. But if you want to call it TSX, so you can do that, because you can use TypeScript in it, and then it becomes like a spiral, and you literally hate it because you do it every day for 9 to 5. I'm kidding. It's actually really cool to actually use JavaScript into HTML. As you see over here, I'm using like a current. Oh, where is my finger? There. It's a current user logout, basically, and login. It depends on if there is a current user. What we're doing here. Hey, how can I say your name? Yamila or Jamila, or how can I say it? So we are doing just white noise app on the React. Yeah. Wow, Martin is a programmer, PHP programmer for 20 years. That's nice. I mean, that's epic. How does it feel to be a programmer for 20 years? And how are you now? Are you maybe an architect or like a CEO of some kind, or what did you do? And where did you work? PHP programmers, oh my gosh. Was tricky. Senior JavaScript dev interview question. Yeah. All right, let's go back to the interview part of this. So I think I did something 2 days ago called training. Yeah, and then we went here, and then I'm doing them. I think I have challenges. Yeah, so these are challenges that we did together with the chat, and basically they are really helpful because I answered a lot of questions about how to fix out primes, how to do longest substring, and how to do a lot. Oh, Martin said now he or she's sick. I'm not sure, but I wish you the best because yeah, I hope that's not why you stopped programming. My father is Java developer, but look at Dido, man. Your father is a beast as well. 22 years. Wow, I have my uncle who did that, I think, for also 20 years now, 25 maybe. But I think, yeah, it depends on where you are in life and what you want to do in the future. And I think for me, I want to program as much as I can until my eyes burn out. But I think, yeah, they already started. They already started itching so much. But today it's better. 2 days ago, I couldn't even look at the screen, which is very funny. And I have 10 out of 10 eyesight, but I have this for blue light. If you see, it's a blue bit there. So yeah, I have oh man, I wish you the best. I have a cerebral infraction, you mean? Well, I wish you the best. I hope for the best. Yeah. How did you choose projects to emulate when starting out and ensure of all the processes? Very good question. Let Morgan answer. I needed to. My relay is so cheap. Yeah, mine I bought it for like 300 euros. I think in Belgrade. I found out like a shop and I thought like, okay, it's a really long line, and then they told me, yeah, you can get a 20% reduction on it. I googled it. It was like 500 in my country. I was like, okay, fuck it, I will get it, and I got it, and I don't regret it since. I think without the glasses, I would be now -5. So yeah, how do you choose projects to emulate when starting out? Alright, so Morgan is not answering. Where is Morgan? Morgan, where are you? I needed to... Don't learn German, bro. If you learn German, you will mix it with English. Yeah, I do. I learned until B1 and I hate it because it's so hard here in Germany. It's so hard even to make a life sometimes. Like, you need to come here and everything is easy, you get paid well, but if you do want to like make, I don't know, your driver license, you need like around 5k to finish that up, especially in Munich. You need to rent 2,000 for a family. We reached out where you can net 10k a month, believe me, and still live hard. It's really weird life, weird kind of times we are living in now, but the brain is not working so good anymore. I now format all the PHP code. I forgot. Yeah, you forget really with time if you don't practice. That's normal thing. Do you work with any company here? I work with 2 companies. One of them is I'm doing contribution to their code, like to their Spectrum CSS part. So it's Adobe, if you know it, the one that made Photoshop. And the second one is one of the best companies also in the field of renewable energy. It's called SFC. I really love working for both of them, and they're really making me like pursue my life goals while I'm coding on the side. Yeah, which ID is this? NeoVim? Yes, it is. Can I show you my NeoVim stuff? Why did I exit? So I have some plugins that I can show you. Alpha NVim, that's a good one. Auto session for opening new sessions and actually storing sessions. Bufferline, CMP NVim, comments for GCC, conform, dressing, get signs. Get signs is really cool. You can hunk some sort of like some parts of your code and not some other parts easier. Indent, this is really cool. Lazy NVim, low align, Mason tool. So Mason is kind of like the one that like generate your linters and help you lint your code and help you actually get some LSPs like TypeScript. So if you do a mistake with TypeScript, Mason actually provides some installers to let it know, like some configs to let you know that you did a mistake. NVim lint, LSPs, yeah, LSP config, that's all related also to Mason. NVim surround, this is actually a very easy one. You just do WSIW for selecting a word, and then you say what you want to surround it with, maybe braces, whatever. NVim web, telescope for looking for files, telescope again for looking, to do comments for looking for your to-dos, Talk Unite, yeah, that's my favorite kind of theme. Trouble, Vim Tmax also for jumping through tabs, and that is really cool. So yeah, I have these, and these one not loaded because I didn't use them yet, but they work also. Yeah. Is this for building websites? Yes. I lost by the server infraction at the PHP and a lot of English. Ah, okay, mate, I get it. But yeah, it seems like a very hard thing to be at situation. It's so difficult to find a house building. I swear I sent 35 CVs to get one. It's really funny that you are in Germany and saying that you sent a lot to get one. And I have fellows like Tunisians from my country send like 200 CVs to get one, 300 to get one. It's kind of like depends on where are you from, I think. And some of them, they don't even get any, yeah, which is really sad, yeah. Because with the what is happening in the world right now and everything getting really hard to get and really not cheap anymore, expensive, things are really hard, yeah, to get whatever you want, basically in any domain. Michi said, what IDE are you working on? It's NeoVim or Lazy NVim. It's kind of like Terminal, but I switched into an IDE. Oh, look at Ashley. Said that I've started to learn HTML5. Well, look at that. Nice. What did you learn about HTML5? Let us know, like a fact, like a random fact about HTML5. That would be nice. Oh, Martin is working with Laravel of something. Okay. I think Laravel is the one that has like for PHP blades for PHP, something like that, in terms of like instead of HTML. I'm not sure, I didn't work with Laravel. In my company, we don't do any development. They are from India and I'm so scared about learning nothing. Well, there's a moment where you realize that if you don't learn yourself, then you're in a bad place. So try to learn from people as much as you can. Try to be friend for the people. Try to be as much into what other people doing, but also try yourself to learn on your pace and forget about learning from others. As much you can learn from yourself and your experience. So do it your way, yeah. Michi said, are you using Cursor AI? No, I'm not. Actually, I was talking a lot about Cursor, and I will give you a fact about this. So lately I switched to NVim and I actually locked myself out of the AI bubble. Why? Because I feel like if you do AI a lot, you will lose the code on the tip of your fingers. And this is what I say a lot, because you don't want to be in an interview someday and you are trying to type something where they don't let you use AI and you write it wrong, right? So yeah, do your best to learn syntactic sugar, go syntactically correct, try to get the code running through your fingers correctly, try to type at least the class, its methods correctly, try to actually get used to your keyboard nice, and with time you will get better. And then use AI to make you faster. Don't use AI to be your co-worker, right? Yeah, everybody asks me about this, but let's do another problem. Maybe let me just find a problem that I can solve. I will just randomly ask Google. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so Google tells me if you are from middle to senior, you can do this. You can do group anagrams. I don't know what is even anagram means. Okay, I got it. Missing numbers. We did that, I think. Maximum product. What is this? It tells that you can get maximum product can be either products of the 3 largest number or products of 2 smallest negative numbers and the largest number. What the hell? What is this? Is valid Sudoku. I think you don't want me now to start actually coding Sudokus for you. Everybody will leave the chat actually. Yeah, let's solve something neat. Something that you might see in maybe a coding interview or something. Yeah. Let me find some good problems. I'll ask ChatGPT, for example. That would be nice. Let me test an AI. Give me a set of coding interview questions for AI. AI coding questions. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Ah, no. This is when ChatGPT becomes really, really bad at what it does. It thought that I'm asking it for like AI, MML, LLM kind of stuff. Word frequency count. Well, that's cool. This is cool. Yeah, this is something that we can work on. So this is kind of like, hey, if you write like a phrase and you want to see kind of like how many words are repeated twice or 3 times or 4 times. That's cool. So this is we can work on. Look, I will show you what it gave me. So this is what ChatGPT gave. I'll just copy it here and I will go like this and GCC it. Oops. So the input will be text, which is, for example, AI is fun, AI is the future. So basically AI twice, is twice, fun once, future once, and maybe the is once. Yeah. All right. Cool. So let's create this function. Let's maybe call it const. What should we call this? Text repeater. Text repeater or text repeat counter equal to anonymous function. Anonymous fn. I think I have a problem with my LSP not letting me actually write. Okay, let's go return true for now and ask the chat how can we approach this, because I don't want to do it myself. I want you guys to kind of like go with me, yeah, and learn. Juan said create a multi-platform logger. That's a really nice thing that I can create, but can you elaborate on that? Maybe I can understand what you want to build. Ashley said just started out like nice paragraphs, ordered lists. That's nice. I wish you all the best. I hope that you are getting used to it and thinking about maybe getting a job someday in that. How long did it take you to learn? As I always say, it takes around 1 year to 2 years. Yeah. And then you will become really good. Yeah, if you do 2 hours for a year, you will become at least decent to get a job maybe. All right, so yeah, that's really a good idea. So split by space. And do anybody knows how can you split by space? I'm gonna show you that. For example, now you have a text, right? So you have a string coming up from this part. So here you have an S for string. I would call it str just for you to actually not be confused. So str for string. We're going to be here, and then we will see splitted string, right? We will call it splitted string. And this is why we want actually to make our stuff as direct as possible, right? So when you call it split string, and then you come back to it and you know what you were typing over there. So here to split string, you need to use the API function split, right? But you need actually to put what you want to split it by. Usually you can split everything by character, or by space means that you are splitting words here. And by that, you are actually getting an array. We can console log that. We can see what we're getting, just for us to just go step by step, right? Or we can write the whole thing and then go back to see if it works correctly or not. I'd rather always write the whole thing just to let my mind not jump from problem to another while I have like a stream of thoughts. I will just write the whole stream and then go on. Yeah. So I'll answer more questions. Filter out dots, reduce by word. That's really cool. You can do that. And or you can forget about dots actually in this case if you do some regex and stuff, but let's not make it very complicated for the guys. So yeah, do you want me maybe to work on regex? Second, what do you mean, Juan? what do you think is diabolical? Yeah, but what we did actually mistaken here, we probably want to do a lowercase, right? So everything will be lowercase, so we can do it correctly. And we want to split by space 100%. But actually, let me see. I think I can find a regex online for that. Can you find me a regex one for actually forgetting about dots? And why Juan said no? Why? We actually can do this. I just found it on the internet. Oops. Oops. It doesn't want to be written. So let me see. What did I find? I found this, and then I can P. No, it doesn't work. Why my code? What? What? It doesn't want to copy. What the hell? Yeah, now it's copied. So what I found out is that this regex part, which actually makes it very easier for us. So here we are doing the split by space, but here we are actually getting only words, right? Only words and strings, basically. And this will actually return something cool. Let's see it later on how it is. But then we will focus now on reducing the frequency of the word, and that will be easier for us. Yeah. But yeah, probably you will have this even on senior developer interview. You won't be able to know the regex, so you can do it as Juan said. Yeah. But now, right now, I'm showing you that option because I think we didn't talk about regex at all in this. It'll just square. We'll do it both ways, okay? We'll do it both ways. Yeah. But let's see what we can do. Yeah. So we will just do split string equal to string dot. You said split, right? And this will split like that. Let's see what this returns. By the way, I need to call the function. Copy that. Go here. Do that. Do this. And yeah. Let's not do it badly. So let's console log here. The whole function. Oops. Come on. So we have that whole function there, and then I will not console it here. I will just return it directly, right? So I will always return whatever I have in there. Right. Let's see what we have now. If we just go cd learning training and then there, then node challenge. Oops, do we have something wrong here? Cannot really find doing display. What? I think did I actually call something wrongly? STRs come from the oh for sure. Yeah, we need to be around these. Come on, be around these. Not really, it's not working. Okay, I'll copy it as is, and then go here and put yeah, that into there, and then go back and try again. I will clear out. So now we have AI is fun. AI is the future. So how can we get rid of that dot? Okay, that's a good question. As answer asked, actually, are basic functions better than arrow functions, or are they basically the same except the this? Well, if you mean that except the this keyword part, I think you need to know that functions are always bound to the this keyword. So whenever you use this, it means that whatever inside that function that is an object that this keyword will refer to it. Otherwise, the this keyword will be lost into like the anonymous functions. Yeah, but that's the only difference, kind of, mostly, as he said, as Juan said. Yeah, nice. So we don't need the lowercase. Let's follow up. Now we will use reduce. Yeah. The funny part here, we have a dot. We need to get rid of the dots. How can we get rid of the dots? We can replace. We can do it like this. We can do it as dumb as we can, right? So this is kind of like splitter strings, or we call it like splitted without dots. And we can do actually reduce here, or actually, you know what, you can do string.map, because map returns whatever you gave it plus computation. So here we say if element includes, not includes, has, or include, yeah, includes, yeah, that can work, includes the word dot. Then therefore we will just replace that dot, right? And this we can do it with the end operator, and then we'll do element dot replace, and we'll just replace that dot, because we know it's a string anyway, but this is not really a really good way to approach this. And then we will return splitted without dots, right? How about that? What does Juan say? Juan, do you agree? Let's do it. Again, I have a problem. Oh, I did a problem here. So here, the string, probably what I could do is that it's not an array for sure. But should be, right? It should be an array. Yeah. So here I do tuck, and then I'll just since I do word here, and I will just do splitted string. Yeah. Oh, what is this? Security, whatever. Now it should work. I think I need to sleep. I'm doing mistakes here and there and everywhere. So here, what is the mistake is actually to return false and true. Why? Because I did dot map on not on the correct way. So here I'm saying if element includes blah blah blah, then do that. Otherwise, I will do it like this. Yeah. Otherwise, return the element itself. Right. Now, let's try again. Yeah, good. So now we got rid of the dots, as you see. Right. It's really cool. Oh, prog TikTok. I'm sorry if your comments are getting deleted. Savvy asking a good question. How did you learn to integrate UI, images, sounds, and databases components to create cohesive app? I learned by doing, to be honest, and I learned that by just practicing and stuff like that, right? So kind of like I tried my best to kind of go with the flow and match what other people are doing and learning one by one. Yeah. So yeah, you can do split all dots and then split by space. That would be really cool because you have a string anyway. So what Juan is saying, and he actually have a better idea of doing this. Thank you, Juan. I think we could just not use a map and use a filter, as he said, or here we can do replace all because it's string anyway, and replace all dots with a space, right? And then split. So now we can get rid of this, get rid of this, and return this again. Word y, I mean y word, and then here see on word tuck. Oopsie. I'll do splitted string. Yeah. Let's see if that will work. It's the same. Yeah, it seems clear. I think, yeah, it does work. Cool. I mean, we have a better programmer in the chat. I think replace all isn't common these days in it. Yeah, it's not common for sure, but it does help. It does help. Or as I did from the beginning, this was my approach, is just to do replace via kind of like regex, but it will confuse you, as he said. Yeah, as Juan said. Oh, you cannot type code in the chat. I think even you cannot add links in the chat, which is really not fun, because I even cannot share links like Discord and stuff like that. It's kind of like a policy for TikTok, I think, because I am under 5k followers or whatever. So for everyone who's watching, go unfollow me. I think replace all isn't common. Yes, your comments wasn't posted because of live settings. So I don't know what these live settings about. Nice to be here. Please, which days and times are you live. Hey, Kenneth. I don't know how to say your name. We are every day from 10 p.m. CET, Central European Time. And we stay, right now we stayed already 2 hours, which is cool. 2 hours, exactly 2 hours. It's just now 1:59:26. We have 30 seconds to do 2 hours. Yeah. Nice. People are asking Juan if he's Kurdish. Nice one. Where are you from, Juan? I mean, if you are Kurdish, but you have D flag next to you, so you're German as well. That's 5 years with TypeScript. Yeah, TypeScript makes you better. TypeScript makes you so much better. Oh, nice. Syria. Cool. Nice. All right. How do you feel about what happened in Syria lately and all of that? Even though that we are not political here, we just want to know, did you go there? Did you try to go? Yeah, finally Syria is free. Alright, so let's do the last part, which is the reduce part. So we're actually going to return it directly. So we are going to actually work on this one, and we're going to do a reduce, I think, and that should be an anonymous function for how many frequencies that you will have. Probably should be returning, why my keyboard is not helping me today. Return an empty object, because that will be the frequency object. Yeah, the frequency object, and then the current, let's say like that. Right. So I think that should be it. Or maybe not current, it would be word, right? And then here, maybe we don't have to use that. I don't know. Let's use it for now, because we need to return something as well. So frequency of word. Yeah, so that's the key basically, equal to, how can we approach this? If frequency of word exists basically, then that will be frequency of word plus 1 or as value. I'm not sure. What can we do in this case? Or actually, I think the same as we did with set, we can just surround all of this with that, and then go here plus 1. Maybe correct me, Juan, you know better. So frequency of word will always be frequency of word if it does exist, otherwise 0, and then it will take the value of it, frequency of word plus 1. That's correct. Should be, right? Yeah, I think as I wrote it. Let's try it out. Oopsie doopsie. Where is that? Where is it? We have a problem, sir. We have no problem, not on the, oops, I cannot write clear now. 138, nice. But that's not it, right? Am I returning something wrong? Where is my function? So here I need to return that, and then okay. Sorry, my boys. Here we need to return freaky frequency. That should be it. Nice. Here you go. AI is 2, ease is 2, fun is 1, the 1, future 1. Then I'm done, boys. I'm done. My brain is hurting. Can see the result. Yeah, we couldn't see it, but now we do, right? Yeah, Juan said without return means without return. Yeah, I had a similar problem solved with an enter prime is below any given number. Nice. And that's cool. Yeah. I don't know, like, the funny part about all of this is that me who wrote this is not me today who is writing this. Me who wrote this, I mean, if you tell me now to do the prime part, I will be like, no shit. No, sure, I cannot do even one line of this. I don't even understand my code now because it's just, yeah, it's just me when I'm really cool and feel like, yeah, today is a nice day. Yeah, that will be better. It's just a mood, right? What is Winston? What is this Winston? No. Relax, my dude. AI will take your job soon. Well, I wish, man. I wish. I would just go home, enjoy some sun, stay on the beach, and enjoy my life and retire. Oh, wow. We have a galaxy from Emir. Actually, I'll tell you a story about Emir. Emir actually is also a friend of mine who is doing live streams about gamings and stuff. I think he has like 300k followers on TikTok itself alone. And the funny part is that I teach him, I helped him to start his coding journey from zero, and he literally went berserk, and he got interviewed by so many companies. And I think he did well. Yeah, yeah. So you are good and professional. Keep that same energy. Thank you, Rake. How can I say your name? um, any suggestions for a step-by-step plan to learn app development? I think here I can help you out. You can DM me if you have any idea about what you want to do, and I will try to kind of like write it down like step by step. But there is a website called roadmap.sh. Yeah, in roadmap.sh, I will write it in the chat. I think roadmaps or roadmap, right? .sh. That one you can go and check actually what you want to do. If you are into front-end development, you will have a step-by-step guide to front-end development and so on. I hope that helps. I actually have an open source app in the Apple App Store already. Nice, nice. What is your app called? Nice. Ah, okay. A login framework for Node.js or library. Okay, okay. I'll check Winston. I'll check that. I'll check it. Yeah. All right, boys. What should we do tomorrow? Comment in the chat before we close the live up. Maybe I will spend 10 minutes with you guys and then I go. So please comment what you want me to kind of do tomorrow. Maybe we continue with that white noise app and then we go more into like state management. Maybe we can build like we can add Zustand to it and maybe make it better and start with better UI stuff and yeah, stuff like that. That would be helpful. Yeah. What? Lectina tester allows a small power beaming demonstration. Is a I don't know what is that meaning. I did it in the browser, but it didn't work because it's outdated and uses Node APIs. Okay. What is KCD to on February 4th? KCD. What is that? I don't know if it's a game or or if it's a book or a... Wow, okay. Maybe you need to fork it and work on it one. That will be better. Kingdom Come delivers. How can I not know that? I didn't play the first one. But can you tell me what is it about? I know that it's super famous. I know that people are really doing it a lot and played it a lot. I saw it on Xbox a lot of times as being one of the best games ever. But I don't know like why the hype. Why is it like super hyped? Ah, nice. Basically, I made the Wi-Fi visible with the LED. Okay, okay. Okay, let me what it did. I needed it in the browser, but it didn't work because it's outdated and using Node APIs. And then, but what should I build? Now right now you're saying just build it. So you want me to build something? I don't understand. Maybe you just write me what you want me to build and I will build it, right? We can build it together and you can do your PRs if you are free. All right. Okay, does that does KCD Kingdom Come Deliverance get played online, and how about the online part? Is it like an RPG where you can live your life as a role-playing game, or how exactly? Ah, it's solo. So are you role-playing some character, or I don't know? Okay, got it. Nice. It seems like a good game, I suppose. I would probably try it. For sure, it's free on Xbox Game Pass, right? It should be. I think so. Alright, Juan, see you tomorrow. And we're playing a character called Henry and follow his development. Alright, got it. Alright, everyone. Thank you really for being here. I'll answer your questions as long as they are going to be about coding. And then I'll just hop off as well. When you know your RSA numbers, there is challenge or factors from faster. I did RSA 30 in 5 minutes. That's cool. Do you enjoy coding? Yeah, I do enjoy that, and I really love to do it. Yeah. So thank you all for watching. Thanks Savi, thanks Juan, thanks Prog TikTok, thanks everybody who joined. And I honestly enjoy live streaming here, and I think that I'll do it every day for sure. Bye bye everyone, and come back tomorrow. I will continue with this, and we will have so much fun. Luckily, right? So yeah, push forward for the 5k followers, and let's see ourselves running to top, right? Bye bye everyone. Ciao ciao.